Hello, everyone. Welcome to a lifetime success interview with Jennifer Yon Agency and IBA Success Magazine. We are on a roll for the Women Warriors edition. We're focused on Black history and nonprofits. What an amazing, high impacted publication. This edition is just done so much for me as far as inspiring me to be a better person, to follow my dreams, to support Black-owned businesses, as well as nonprofits. This very special interview, I get to go one-on-one with Russell Drake himself. Russell has been so impactful within the Black community over the last year, understanding that Black History Month should not just stop at 1 month, but continue to go on. He created a mission, stuck to it, and that's what we are discussing through this special live. So if you are just tuning in, go ahead and like right now, share, and invite all of your friends and family to view this special live. I want to introduce our special guest for the day, Russell Drake. Russell, how are you?
Hello, I am wonderful. And first, let me give praise and honor to God for the opportunity, as well as show love and respect to Jennifer Yon Agency and the IBA Success Magazine, who has continued to highlight the excellent talent that we have in Central Florida and beyond across the great state of Florida.
Yes, you know what? Meeting you, I've seen you through Facebook for a while, and I was one of those individuals that was just sitting back and observing, and I'm like, okay, I got to get to know who this Russell Drake is. He is going out, interviewing businesses, all in the passion of what I enjoy through my platform. So when I reached out to you, my mission was to be able to recap your story and understand why you're doing what you're doing and your mission behind it. So in this edition, we focused on Black history, and you actually led the Black history spread with the mission that you sought out last year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. And again, I thank you. I'm humbled to be featured in the IBA Success Magazine. So many successful people has been featured over the last decade. I'm grateful to be in that number. So here's what happened. February last year, literally, I was coming from a mentoring event. I went to a friend's business on the east side of town, and I said, you know what? I think instead of just highlighting Black facts for Black History Month every day, like I've done for 15 years, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a Black History Month upgrade, and I'm going to support a Black business every day. I figured I've been here enough. My network should be wide enough to support a Black business every day. So, initially I started out and it was tough because Mondays and Tuesdays are the toughest days to get to our Black-owned businesses. Nonetheless, I was able to make it through. And as I kept churning throughout the month, I used everybody that I support, from my dentist, my eye doctor, my insurance agent, my chiropractor, and my attorneys, and just kept going and going. And as I got near the end of February, I had too many businesses to stop. So I said, I'm going to go all the way through March. I went all the way through March. Then, had short-term goals of getting to 100 businesses, then to 200, then to 300. And after 300, on to 366. So it happened by circumstance, sweat equity, as well as the community coming together to push me forward. And I'm grateful for it.
So when you decided to reach out to all these businesses, did you realize the hard work and the dedication that would go into interviewing them, writing their stories, posting online?
I did not. Initially, the first probably 15 ones I featured, they were probably a little write-up saying, this is an eatery, this is where it's located, come support them. This was pre-pandemic, mind you. So, as time got on, it's like, as you being in business for a number of years, every round gets higher and higher. So you try to improve and improve. And next thing I know, I'm writing a whole synopsis of the business that many of the businesses haven't had the opportunity to write up for themselves. So, and I have a knack for writing, so it was a good thing and challenge. And not every day that you get to, feature your own skills that people don't know about.
Yes, because I never knew you were a writer. I've watched you. I've seen you be an advocate in the community, work with lots of different causes, but never really understood your writing capabilities until I started reading the profiles. And I was like, oh, I need Russell on my team. So how many business have you visited to date?
To date, I did 366 straight days of a different business. And after hitting 366 on January 31st, I took a break to try to recap it and put it in a report. Then I launched Build Black Daily, LLC, which is essentially putting economics at the top, but as well as catering to our social, educational, and civic needs. That way, it's like we don't have an organization across the nation that puts economics at the top, unfortunately. So I said, well, let this be one to push economics to the forefront and not trying to duplicate the wheel, because we got so many people that are doing similar things. And it's like, these are resources we need to push upward. A lot of people try to reinvent things. My thing is continue to uplift and push others up. And you get over the threshold of trying to get credit and realize that the true credit goes to those who put in the hard work every day. So it's about crediting people, and then you'll continue to rise up.
And as you're viewing and talking to a lot of the business owners, I'm sure you heard the stories, the struggles, the strengths, what they were doing to just stay alive. How did that feel to you?
I'm gonna tell you, it was tough seeing some businesses that were going through hard situations. I think I'm blessed to say that out of 366 businesses that I featured, only about 5 have shut down. That's not a bad percentage, given we were in a pandemic. And I think many of them credit me with some amount of success, just helping them get more visibility in this tough time frame. Because see, when the pandemic came, everybody's hours shifted, and I was able to do write-ups and tell people, hey, this business is still open. These are their hours. This is where they're located now. Different food trucks couldn't go to the same places they were going to. So, I was able to definitely help people in that time frame. And that's all you want to do as a community advocate, is know that I'm making a difference and an impact. It's not about who gets the credit, but it's just me knowing that somebody was able to benefit. And that's what, at the end of the day, the most wonderful thing of the whole journey.
I think that's where we have so many traits in common that has created this dynamic partnership that will just continue to grow, is having that passion to really see someone be successful and not caring who gets the recognition, but just knowing that we're keeping another business doors out here open. You talked about you started an LLC. What kind of services or products does the business give to Black-owned businesses?
So I'm gonna tell you, for Black-owned businesses, what I'm doing for them is continuing to highlight them.
Okay.
To be honest, the way that I envision even channeling money through there will be through like small advertisements as well as grants to push up these Black businesses. Every city and state has different grants that you can get, and we need services to our Black businesses to keep highlighting them and uplifting them. And there are many other groups around the state that I've come across. There's a group called the Green Book Tampa. They have Black Business Jacksonville, as well as a Black Business outlet in Broward County. And everybody's putting in their time and resources and effort. And I'm like, see, these efforts should come from our county, our city, our state to help these businesses, especially in this critical moment in our society.
Yes. If you don't get we're going one-on-one with Russell Drake. We're talking about his Black business upgrade journey that he did over the last year. We get a little bit more of his story in the current edition of IBA Success Magazine. He is on page 21, and the great thing is on the next side of his full page, you see all of the businesses that he visited over the last year. I encourage you to go to IBASuccessMagazine.com, not only read his story, but go ahead and circle a couple of those businesses and make it a point for you to visit those businesses as well. Make sure you let those businesses know that you found them because of the Russell Drake journey and their feature listing inside of IBA Success Magazine. If you don't know Russell, all I need to say is you need to know him now. You need to reach out to him because he is a man of great experience and passion for supporting others. His email address is at the bottom of the screen. Russell, you did like a great job with this. Like, I do this every day, you know, but I don't go out and visit a business as often as you do. The write-ups is one thing, you know, taking the pictures. You were basically a marketing team in one. You know, what's next for you now?
I think next for me is first getting a subscription to IBA Success Magazine because of the wonderful work and content that they have in there, specifically on page 21. So I need to get a subscription immediately to that, and also push at least 100 of businesses I feature to do the same, as well as take out advertisements in yourself and other Black media outlets that we have. We have limited ones, so we all in it together. Outside of that, it's expanding outward. I think I've done a moderately successful job in Central Florida. I hate I wasn't able to feature everybody, but I got to, you know, as many as I could. But the next step will be featuring outward. It'll be going to Volusia County more often, going to Duval County, going to Leon County. In Duval, they have two women who have the only Black-owned Shell gas station in the state of Florida. In Leon County and Tallahassee, two women, one of whom used to live in Orlando, have started a title company. The only Black women in the state of Florida who own a title company. Isn't that something? In 2021, I plan on going to Tampa and also highlighting the Green Book Tampa. Tampa doesn't have an African American Chamber of Commerce, but they do have a Green Book down there that highlights about 600 plus businesses, as well as the Black Business Tour in Tampa. So it's like giving them highlights and continuing to use my resources and others just organically sharing things so they can know this is what I can do when I go to Tampa. This is what I can look into when I get to Jacksonville. The Potter House from T.D. Jakes' church has a restaurant that they started there. You know, this is what I could do in Broward County or Polk County, which is only 2 counties away from here in Orange County. So it's about spreading outward. We'll also every other weekend as well feature businesses still in Central Florida because there are many businesses of quality that I did not get to or I just didn't have the timing to meet up. It takes time to coordinate everything, and I get it, you know. And some people make changes in their businesses and they're not always ready. So it was, it was a labor of love. You know, I guess, the benefit of just being me was able to take my 366 days and use it to push up everybody else. I think it was all in God's timing, and I'm blessed for the opportunity.
Awesome. So if a person wants to reach out to you, we want to go ahead and put Russell's email address back at the bottom of the screen. He's not stopping. You know, this looks like something that you will keep going and expanding and bringing Black-owned businesses to the front to get more exposure, where we can visit them and really support their business. You reach out to him and let him know, who you are and what you're doing. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like Jennifer Yon Agency, IBA Success Magazine. We are also here. We are a partner with Russell Drake and want to help fulfill his mission at the same time. You know, when I created my magazine, Russell, it was for that simple purpose, is to be able to promote and empower nationally for business owners. So it's always a privilege to work with someone that has the same mission and passion in doing that. I thank you so much for everything that you've done and what you continue to do. You know, if you had to give some advice to a business owner right now that may be struggling, because I know you've seen the top and the bottom, what would that be to stay motivated?
Wow. You know what? I really think back on Attorney Conti Moore. She was featured when I did 10 straight days of law firms, right? And Attorney Conti Moore actually gave a sermon about 2 months ago where she said she didn't think she was going to make it, but she kept going and her business was able to get through it. So to everybody out there with your own business, I'm going to tell you, keep going. The road is getting tough, but keep going. And if it seems too difficult, just reach out a hand and ask for help. Don't be too arrogant and confident that you can't ask for help. All of us need help at different times. We're in a tight frame right now, and people will help you. You know, sometimes we let our own arrogance take us out of business, and I've seen it. I've seen it. You know, there are different businesses that, believe it or not, refused to allow me to feature them, and you could visibly tell they were struggling. They didn't have anybody in there. They could have just used the assist, but they said, no, I'll do it on my own. And you know, you can't make people do anything, but you know, it's like we're a community. We're all in it together. And the way that we do well is we continue to push each other up. And in the journey, it's like, yeah, I'm the one person going around, but if there weren't quality businesses, I wouldn't have businesses to feature. So I'm grateful for good businesses, good restaurants, good attorneys, good media outlets, you know, good medical professionals, good consultants out here, reputable persons that you can recommend. So if anybody ever shares the stats, tries to use the misnomer, I don't support Black business because they do me bad. I got 366 Black businesses that I feature that will do you right. Yeah. And you know, and I'm like, I dare you to go to one of them and tell me if they'll do you wrong.
Yes.
So, you know, and that's what it is. You know, every round should go higher and higher and higher. So it's like, now it's the time to push each other up. We should be lifting as we climb. It's like we climb, but let's lift. You really can't go up if you're not lifting. Again, I thank Jennifer Yon agency, Jennifer Yon herself, as well as her esteemed staff, Kate in particular, for doing wonderful things. Hey, I know you all could be anywhere, and I just thank you for the opportunity and time on this Friday, as well as just thinking about me, because it's not about me, it's about the community.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. And with that being said, you know, I want to end this to say, continue to uplift. You know, speaking with you, working with you has uplifted me, probably just as much as you feel I've uplifted you and the other entrepreneurs that we've listed on this page next to you. I want everyone to subscribe, you know, purchase your copy so you can actually have it right on your desk, on your coffee table, and make it a challenge to go through each of these names and check off as you go to these names. You know, the same thing that Russell did, you can do it too. And if we all do it together, we build stronger communities and stronger Black businesses. One thing that you said, Russell, which, you know, I want to just tap on it a little bit is, you know, that notation that, you know, don't Black businesses do me wrong. I feel like if you find a business that do you wrong, communicate with that business owner, because they may not be doing you wrong purposely. They may just be doing the best that they can do with how they know and the resources. So if it's one thing if we talk bad about a business owner, but it's another thing if we can give something to that business owner, a referral, a tip, an advice, you know, support them, they will be able to do better. Nothing happens overnight. Every seed needs to be nurtured. So I believe that we, you know, must do that, to look out for the community itself and lend a hand to help. It may not be buying a meal or buying something from them. It may just be giving them some advice that they are not sure of, that's making them fall short in an area that you are the expert at. So again, yes, thank you so much, Russell. You know, it's Friday, which does not mean we stop working when we are passionate about what we do, but it means we're going to close this live.
Oh, yes.
Any last words that you would like to say to our listeners, to our readers that's with us right now? And again, share this video.
Yes. I like to say this again. Thank you to Jennifer Yon agency, IBA Success Magazine, your wonderful staff, Kate in particular, and so many others for the opportunity. As we go out, it is Black History Month. You know, it's Black History Month, 28 days that we celebrate, highlight Black history every year. You know, make sure that you reach our youth and let them know the significance of the month. Let them know that it was started, you know, with the intent in 1926 to educate and uplift about the excellence that we have, not just in America, but across the world. Black history is world history, and we're making history every day. We have wonderful groups that are doing good things, individuals, groups, families, and to continue to push them up. And really, Black history should be every day. You have a roadmap that many are laying out and outlaying. So jump in and do your part with it. You know, everybody adds value to it. And you'll get to pinnacle point and realize that I too am Black history. So again, thank you for the time. And I'm wearing the shirt. The late great Douglas, born in 1818 and died in 1895, former slave, abolitionist, arguably one of the most relevant Black people in the 19th century. But and it's an everyday thing for me. So thank you for the opportunity. One love.
Yeah. One love. You all have a great weekend. And without struggle, there is no progress. I love it. We're closing out Black History Month with Russell Drake. Make sure you check out his article. He is on page 21. And again, our challenge to you is to visit some of these businesses on the other side of his profile. Thank you again, Russell. Thank you all for watching and have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.